What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about Mystic teams for the Doom Raid difficulty 1. I've been doing this raid for quite a while and my alliance does fine until 60%, sometimes 70%, 70% plus, but it's not easy and sometimes it requires healing because it's not easy, and especially the bio lane it's quite problematic. But in this video we are going to talk about the Mystic lane, and we have, I would say, a very good team, the team that we can see right here on the screen. But with the two new characters that will be available in the upcoming weeks, will this team still be the optimal, or should we consider the other teams? So we are going to take a look at the first two nodes on fast speed and see this team in action, and then we will theorize about the other characters and what they would do better and what they would worst. Okay, so let's get started. So the team I use is Ebony Maw in the corner, so it takes less damage. Then we have Thanos giving energy to Ebony Maw and Silver Surfer. Then we have Adam Warlock, and then we have Death Strike. Now the problem with this team, for most part, and most of you can probably see, is that it doesn't have much damage going on. We have a lot of single target damage here, some AoE damage here, which is fine. Then Silver Surfer, he does okay damage as well, but he has very long cooldowns. And then Ebony Maw and Thanos have both of them trash damage because it's not the Black Order team. Now we have a few abilities that are quite relevant, which is the ability block from Silver Surfer and the ability block and stun from Adam Warlock. Once again, the problem with these abilities is that they have long cooldown and they only affect one target. Now because of this one target, we can spread the negative effects around with Death Pool, and makes it more interesting applying ability block to different characters. But another problem we have is that we only have one source of defense down, which is the special from Silver Surfer, and that's quite unfortunate because this team really requires more damage, and we'll see that in the clips. So let's take a look. Just first, before we start, I have Thanos with ISO 8 level 3 on the tier 2, so he gets that minor defense up early on and he has extra barrier. It's very useful to have that minor defense up, let me tell you that. Then we have Ebony Maw as skirmisher. Unfortunately, I don't think there is any other good option for him. Right now I'm using Silver Surfer as level 3 healer, and because he's so fast he's applying regeneration and healing to everyone, and it's very good for healing, even that is not optimal. Then we have Adam Warlock with Striker, which is okay, is not the best option here as we only have one skirmisher. And then we also have Death Strike, I don't remember the name, Death Pool as a striker as well. So it's not the most optimal in terms of ISO 8, but it works. Okay, so let's get started and see this team in action, and then see the problems that we face with this team and where the other team can do better or where they can do worse. Okay, so I like to start by getting rid of Mordo, and you should always apply offense down to Corvus Glaive or ability block him, otherwise he can one-shot your Ebony Maw, so pay attention to that. Okay, so now we have plenty of ability blocks. This one on what's his name, Hawkeye, was not really necessary, but that's fine. With ability block on Corvus Glaive, we avoid all that damage he does with the ultimate. Now we can get rid of, I like to go for Mordo then for Yo-Yo because of the offense down. The team already has low damage, so the faster we can get rid of her, the better. And the problem is the dodge. If she really wants to dodge a lot, there is nothing you can do. The best you can do is to stun with Adam Warlock and hope for the best, hope that she doesn't dodge, and after you can get rid of her quite fast, but if you can't, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, so we are almost getting rid of her, and as you can see, no problems here. If you ability block, once again, Corvus Glaive, and avoid most of the damage this team does, you will be fine. There we saw Deadpool with some additional attacks from her passive, which are quite useful for this team, and that's pretty much it. So now we resisted all those negative effects. Now we apply offense down and ability block on Captain Marvel, so she doesn't one-shot anyone by accident. So as you can see, 2 minutes already passed. So this team is okay. You have to be very smart with the abilities where you use them and so on. Otherwise, you might run into problems. And with this setup, with Silver Surfer in the middle, and Ebony Maw with Thanos providing energy to Ebony Maw and Silver Surfer, I think it's fine. And we got a clarification recently that the way the energy distribution goes for Deathpool is that is based on which character doesn't have energy. So that's even better because she will complete the energy on the allies. Okay, so we got rid of Hulk, and now we get rid of these two. I like to keep 4 charges, so whenever you start the second node or the third node, you can use the ultimate on the first She-Hulk or on Doctor Doom, and they will disappear right away, and then both of those nodes become incredibly easy. Okay, so as you saw, pretty decent. I would not say excellent, especially because of that yo-yo early on, not getting stunned. It took quite a while to get rid of her. But let's continue. So here, offense down on Falcon, resisted, that's fine. If you resist, you go for ability block so he doesn't do his ultimate, and like this you avoid tons of damage. Then ultimate of Deathpool on She-Hulk, like I mentioned before. Now here you can go for the slow or for the offense down. It's up to you. Maybe if you go for the slow, you do the stun like this. If you do ability block and stun, it will be a little bit too much. Here I apply the defense down, and like I said before, it sucks that we don't have more characters applying defense down, because this team would really take advantage of more defense down so they can do more damage, and they benefit a lot more from the drain that Deathstrike provides. Deathpool. I don't know what's up with the Deathstrike today. Okay, so now we got rid of Falcon. You never want to let Falcon to have 2 turns. And now apply offense down to Mysterio so he doesn't do too much damage with the ability block and so on. So we have a nice amount of negative effects here. And we have the ability block, we have the defense down, and we have tons of bleeds. So that's very nice. Deathpool can spread all of that to the surrounding enemies, and that's very convenient. Now, where the other team might help a little bit more is that both Cloak and Dagger give 15% each more damage to young new warriors. So that's gonna be pretty decent. Deathpool already has massive amount of damage, so that's gonna be even better. My only concern is that we will no longer have all those ability blocks to apply to the enemies. We can still do some with Ebony Maw against hero controllers, but characters that are not hero controllers are not going to be so easy to deal with, which is quite concerning in my opinion, especially for the last node where you want to ability block characters like Squirrel Girl and Invisible Woman. It's going to be a problem in my opinion. So as you saw, pretty decent. It wasn't the fastest run ever. All of these characters are at level 80, maybe one or two are at level 81, and as you saw, pretty fine, one shot everything and so on, but it was not super fluid. I don't know, I just feel that this team is just barely okay, and that's pretty much it. So now let's take a look at the other team that we have right now. So where it is. Okay, here we go. So this would be the team that we would use instead of this one. We have Ebony Maw and Thanos in the corner. After Thanos, you want to have Deathpool. She'll get the energy from Thanos because she is a cosmic character. And then she will always get offense up from dagger, and cloak will also get offense up from dagger. So just by that alone we have 50% more damage for these three characters, which we don't have with the Silver Surfer and with Adam Warlock. And then we have right here that we get 15% extra damage. Where is it? I know it is here somewhere. 15% more damage in rage. So that's just massive. 15% more damage from two characters. So it's gonna be 30% more damage for the entire team of the New Warriors. It's gonna be massive, plus the 50% more damage. Really massive. Is it gonna be good enough to compensate for the lack of the ability block? Maybe, I'm not sure yet, but it's very convenient that we use these characters, because if we are lucky and we are able to apply the blind, that's going to be super relevant, because when you apply the blind they actually waste the ability. When you do the ability block, they don't do the ability, but they don't waste it. So whenever it goes away, they can still do the ability. With a blind is a little bit better, because we are applying 3 negative effects rather than just one. We can get a few of the other effects as well, so disrupt and defense down. We always want to get offense down as often as possible, and slow, because cloak has a very interesting effect where he turn rewinds the enemy by 15% every time you apply offense down to the enemies. Where is this ability? Here. In raids, when the enemy gains offense down, reduce the speed bar of the enemy by 15%. So we could consider to make a hero mystic team instead of Thanos and Ebony Maw with Adam Warlock and Silver Surfer. That would be nice, but I still think it's very relevant to get that defense up from Ebony Maw, the two turn slow guaranteed, because even if you miss one of the ticks, the other ones still apply slow for 2 turns, which is massive. Apply offense down to the team for 2 turns, massive as well. Defense up for 2 turns, and we have the chance of getting immunity and barrier whenever we kill a hero controller. So I think that this is going to be the best team. I would definitely recommend for you to focus on trying to get at least 5 red stars on a dagger and 4 red stars on cloak. And you want to go for skirmisher on cloak. You can also go for skirmisher on dagger, but I would think that most people would go maybe striker with her. Skirmisher is not a bad option, let me tell you that, because the amount of negative effects that you are applying, you are really going to need the extra focus, and she has a nice amount of focus. They get 40% more focus. Is it going to be enough? Hopefully, but let's be honest, whenever an enemy resists the negative effects, it's it's problematic. And from the abilities that she has this ability with 380% piercing, 280% more damage if cloak is an ally. It's pretty decent, but like I said before, you might want to consider skirmisher, striker, fortifier, and skirmisher as well. We really don't need the healing, because we have a lot of healing going on here with these 3 characters. We also have health steal and redistribution for the entire team. We have a lot of drain effects. We have the ultimate from Ebony Maw as well. So I think that will not require any Azawite healer and so on. But yeah, I think this team is going to be excellent. Once again, especially on this position with the Azawite that I mentioned. But we will be here to check it out in 2 or 3 weeks. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about this. If you are just going to continue with your normal team with Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock, Thanos, Ebony Maw, and Deathpool, or you want to change for the new characters. If you decide to change for the new characters, good luck with your red star pools. Like I said before, go for a 5 at least on dagger and a 4 at least on cloak. Pretty decent characters, and for sure they will be future proof, because they are part of this new team that so far only has 3 characters. So that's gonna be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button like a boss. Let me know in the comments below what's your progress on the Doom raids, if you are doing difficulty 0 or if you already went to difficulty 1, if you are struggling or not, and if you are using the same team as me, or if you are using a different character that I didn't thought about or mention in the video, let me know in the comments below. That's going to be all for now, and I'll catch you guys later.